So let's go ahead and work on this one. So hopefully you're able to do it so that way you can kind of check to see if you got it correct or if you still need a little bit more work on it. So for mu p hat, if you remember, is equal to p, which is the population proportion. So in this one, the population proportion will just be the 47%. So we'll put 0.47 as our population proportion. So that's the percentage of adult women that think they don't get enough time for themselves. So then we're gonna do sigma p hat. Sigma p hat, you want to get p, which is 0.47. Multiply that by 1 minus 0.47. And you divide it by our sample size. So in this case, our sample size is 1,025. So if you actually go ahead and work that out, you should get 0.0156. So that's your sigma of p hat. Any question in regard to mu p hat or sigma p hat? Alrighty. So if you go ahead and look at this problem, they don't tell us anywhere that this is a normal distribution. If you read the passage, it doesn't say anything about it being a normal distribution. So we can't say it's normal. So what we have to do, we have to use the central limiter to see if it could be approximately normal. So we're gonna do 1,025 multiplied by 0.47. Oops, not 45. 47 times 1 minus 0.47. So I'm gonna do that in my calculator. So we'll say 1,025 times 0.47 times 1 minus 0.47, which is 0.53. So you get 255.3, which is indeed greater than 10. So since 255.3 is bigger than 10, we're gonna say is approximately normal based off of the central limiter. Cool, thanks, Alan. All right, but that's it for part A. So that's all you have to do for part A. So anytime you see describe the sampling distribution, that's all you have to do. The only thing you have to be careful, if it says describe the sampling distribution of a sample mean or describe the sampling distribution of a sample proportion, because both of those will give you, you're gonna use different formula. All right, everybody good for part A? All right, so let's do part B. So for part B, it says, what is the probability that the poll get a sample in which fewer than 45% say they do not get enough time for themselves? So we're gonna go ahead and draw this out. So we'll put 0.45, oops. Well, we'll put 0.47 in the middle because that's the mean of the sample proportion. And if you look at it, we want to find the probability that fewer than 45% say they do not get enough time for themselves. So 45 is smaller than 47, so you put it to the left of it. And we want fewer than 45% to say this, so we want to get the left side out. All right, so that should be the drawing. So hopefully from that drawing, you should be able to see what the lower bound is, because this is the lower bound. This should help you get the upper bound. So let's go ahead and do normal CDF. All right, so we're gonna put the lower, we're gonna put the upper, we're gonna tell it what mu is, we're also gonna tell them what sigma is equal to. So for the lower, since you keep going to the left-hand side, we're gonna say is negative infinity, which we're gonna put negative 10 to the 10 power. Up next, we're gonna do the upper. So the upper, if you look at it, is 0.45. So you put 0.45. Lastly, we're gonna put mu. Mu we found to be 0.47. sigma is equal to 0.0156. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to say second bars normal CDF. So we'll say -10 to the 10 power, comma, 0.45, comma, 0.47, comma, and 0.015. Okay. So for this one, you should get the probability that P hat is less than 0.45. That's equal to 0.0999. And that was it for the last part. Any question for the last part? All right, so one thing you should kind of notice, if you look at the problem set, we always round it out to 4 decimal places. So on a test or for quizzes, make sure that you get 4 decimal places. All right, but we're all done for chapter 8. Any question in regard to chapter 8? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move on to chapter 9. So if you remember for chapter 9, that's where I told you you're gonna need the table. So you'd have them handy with you. So if you weren't able to print them out, make sure that you have them available for you on your computer, or if you have like a tablet or something like that, you have them available for that way you can kind of follow along what I'm doing. For that way you can see how does the table work. All right, so let me go ahead and switch over to chapter